Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here then hello and welcome. My name's Alexis and I post 4 videos a week on a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday and Sunday at 7 AM. So if you love a variety channel like this one and you want to see more, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And now I'm going to share with you my minerals test results. As I just mentioned, today I want to share with you my minerals test results. So I was a little bit apprehensive about making a video like this one. I had a minerals test done quite a few years ago now, and I wrote a blog post on it on my blog, googie'skitchenlife.com, and I will link that in the description box below for you. And unfortunately I had quite a negative comment from a friend of mine who's a scientist. She said that these tests aren't true, and I think it's because your body over time fluctuates a lot over your lifetime, so certain things can happen to you and your body will change, obviously. I think that's probably why she doesn't believe in tests like this. But the test results that have come back for me seem to be quite accurate and they make sense to me as well. So I'll explain how a minerals check works. I think this is how it works. So basically what I had to do was cut my hair in certain places on my head, and I had to put it in an envelope and I had to send it off for testing. And then they tested the hair for different things. So for example, they tested it for nutritional elements, toxic elements and additional elements, and then significant ratios and toxic ratios. Now don't ask me what they mean, but that's what they tested it for. And basically how it works is your hair grows through your head, and your head stores a lot of information, not just your brain, but it stores a lot of information about the rest of your body. And when it grows through, that information comes out in your hair, and they can test the hair like that. Now I think that's why a lot of people think it's nonsense, but as I said, the results that came back for me were quite accurate, and some of the stuff in it made a lot of sense to me as well. So the first time I had this done, my calcium levels were too high, and it was showing that I didn't have any toxic elements in my body, in my bloodstream. But this time it's come back and my calcium levels are still too high, but they're a lot lower than they were. But I do have toxic elements in my bloodstream. Now my homeopath, when I had a discussion with her about this test, she said to me that that can happen when you have too much calcium in your system. It can hide other things in your body. So that's probably why we couldn't see the toxic elements last time. And it's come back that I have too much uranium in my system. And when I take pills from the homeopath, sometimes they can go a bit haywire in my body, like they'll start shooting off in different directions and not doing what they're meant to. And I know that sounds bizarre to a lot of people, because people are like, homeopathic medicine is meant to be gentle, but for me sometimes it can be quite erratic. And she says she thinks it's because I have too much uranium in my system that this is happening, that this is why pills that I take tend to shoot off in different directions. So she's hopefully sending me a remedy for that, touch wood, it turns up soon. The post hasn't been brilliant in the UK, bless them, but yeah, so hopefully that will turn up. So that was the only worrying thing, I think. The rest of it really made sense to me. So as well as sending you results on all of the things I just spoke about, they also send you the sorts of foods that you should eat a lot of and the ones you shouldn't avoid but not eat too much of. And it really made sense to me. So there are things like cheese in here and dairy, tinned sardines as well, which didn't quite make sense because I've been eating quite a lot of those recently. So the things I should not avoid but not eat a lot of are cabbage, walnuts, kale, soybeans, sauerkraut, which I have been eating a lot of recently, and that has caused me to have a few stomach aches. It also said about milk, sardines, Swiss cheese, mozzarella, Parmesan cheese, Oh, didn't contribute to me. What else? Mushrooms, these sorts of things. My homeopath said to me, don't avoid them, just don't have them for a couple of weeks and then try to introduce them back into your diet slowly. It also came back that I had an underactive thyroid, and I had a blood test done with my nutritionist a little while ago to find out whether I had polycystic ovaries, which I don't have anymore, but the blood test came back and it said that I had low testosterone, which kind of makes sense with the underactive thyroid. So I have an underactive thyroid and I have low testosterone as well. And the foods in here that they're recommending me to eat are to help with that. So I've got to have a lot of B vitamins, that's really good for me. So foods like pinto beans, lobster. I don't know when I'm going to get lobster, but there you go. Brazil nuts are really good for that as well. So those are the sorts of foods I should eat a little bit more of. Bass, tuna, cod, turkey, round steak, so steak, pumpkin seeds, they're really good for it as well. So it's given me a list of things not to avoid, but not to have too much of, and a list of foods that I can eat quite a lot of as well. So I'm really pleased with what's come back, and it really does make sense to me. I'm not recommending any specific test. I will link my homeopath's website and email address in the description box below for you, and I'll also try to find a hair test. I did it through her, but you can do it however you want really. There are companies out there on the internet that will, so if you didn't want to go through my homeopath, you could go through a company. The pills that I've ordered, they also recommended some medicines, like some minerals to take for me. The pills I ordered from that company, they do a minerals check. So there are lots of ways to do minerals checks if you are interested. As I said, this isn't an advert for the one I've done at all. And I also wanted to say that I have been recommended some pills as well. So I have to take one a day with breakfast. In this, they recommend that you take 2 a day with breakfast, lunch and dinner, which personally I think is a bit dangerous for me. I'm quite a sensitive soul, so I'm just doing this slowly and over time. So I would be careful about those things. If they do recommend pills to you, just be careful, especially if you're quite sensitive like me as well. So yeah, as I said, anyway, I'm really pleased, and I think, touch wood, I'm on the right path now. That was my minerals test results, and that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to leave any comments below, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you all soon. Bye.